Finally, the major story on the Punch for today, PDP boils as Makinde Wike battle for control. Saraki summons emergency meeting. BOT meet today. NEC medication from 2022, we have 8.209 trillion. In 2023, 10.143 trillion. And in 2024, 15.26 trillion. That's on the rise again in 2024. Now looking at price per litre in 2023, petrol sold at 175 naira per litre. In 2024, 1,030 naira per litre, and in 2025, 900 naira per litre. 175 to 1,030 naira and back to 900 naira. And let's take a look at the inflation rate in May 2023, 22.41%, and in May 2024, 33.95%, and of course April 2025, 23.71%. Now to the exchange rate, May 2023, that is also, right there. May 2023, we're seeing 460 naira, 460 naira right there, and also May 2024, 1,533 naira, 99 kobo to a dollar, and of course April 2025, 1,596 naira to a dollar. That's what the exchange rate chart is looking like on the Guardian newspaper this morning. And to fuel importation, 44.6 million liters per day in 2024, and of course 14.17 million liters per day in 2025. Go straight up, pick up a copy of the Guardian today to find that chart and read up for better understanding. Moving on to page 23 of the same daily, federal government unveils air cargo corridor, offers Nigerian exporters 50% discount. To education, 71% of rescheduled UTME candidates score below 200, says JAM. North hold key to solving problems or Nigeria's problems, says Peter Obi. And military destroys over 100 illegal refinery sites in 5 months. That's on page 8. Nwokobia Adebayo blast APC's fear-driven strategy, urged Tinubu to govern. On page 6, PDP postponed NEC meeting amid uncertainty over action against Atiku and Wike. And IPI flares Eno for removing Channels television crew from Akwa Ibom's government house. Moving on to the Nigerian Tribune for this morning, Utomi defends shadow cabinet, calls for democratic renewal. All right. And of course, to the major story this morning, PDP Wike withdraws from peace accords, blames Makinde, vows to fight on till justice is served, claims credit for most PDP gov's election, controversy rages over national secretary. To Ekiti State on page 27, Ekiti communities endorse Oyebanji for second term. On page 7, federal government moves to deepen $1.5 billion Lekki Port Channel beyond 16.5 meters. And on page 3, NDLEA intercept 6.5 billion naira opioids in Lagos Rivers ports, arrest 2 Britons. In education, on page 4, 2025 UTME, 17,025 candidates score 300 and above, says JAMB. Releases result of rescheduled exams. Underage candidate result also released. And finally, Atiku B. Amechi orders in closed-door meeting with National Political Conservative Group. Tension flare as Jigawa delegate disrupt proceedings in the state. That's all we can take on the front page segment of the show this morning. Thank you for joining the program this morning, and thank you so much for tuning in to Perspectives Unlimited. Do find us on all social media platforms this morning on Facebook, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. On Facebook, we're streaming live on our Facebook page, Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. Check us out right there on Facebook and also on YouTube, Wales Radio 89.3 FM. Good morning. Welcome back to the program. Thank you for joining us again on Perspectives Unlimited this morning on Wales Radio 89.3 FM. Remember, you can also be a part of the conversation to bring up your perspective, what you think about any of the stories we're going to be looking at this morning on the program. With me in the studio to help us make sense of all of the stories we will be dishing out to you this morning, Chukwemeka Munachi. So good morning to you, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Ayo.
Good morning to you. How are you doing today, and how was your weekend?
I'm always doing fine, by the grace of God.
Great. We thank God. What's happening on the street?
Well,
maybe we start with that.
The Children's Day is around the corner.
Yeah.
And a lot of preparations, no matter what goes on in our country, the children must be given their due day and due respect. So that's what is going on the street. But I sympathize with them as well, because it's not the usual Children's Day we used to know. Now the shine has been taken off, that celebration kept for the children. But thank God that we still have life, and the children will make do with what is on the ground. And I pray that the children will celebrate their day in peace. As they shuttle from here to there, nothing untoward should happen to them. So that's my prayer for them. That's exactly what is going on. But in terms of the usual economic hardship, it is always there. 1 kg of gas is 1,700 naira.
1,700 naira.
Yes. No, 1,170 naira, sorry.
Okay, 1,170
naira. Yeah.
And I believe that's even in your area. It might be slightly higher in other places.
In some areas, yes. And the Congo of Gary is still 1,000 in some places, 800 in some places. I don't know why that disparity. You understand? So the street is still not not yet uhuru.
All right, it is well. Thank you for capturing that again for us. That reminds us, before we get into the dailies, so that we can put the newspaper reports and our reality side by side. When you read IMF, World Bank saying that inflation rate had dropped, Nigerians are living better. And when you see the Nigerians and they don't look like the prints or the black and white, then at that point we can then say something is wrong. But let's start with this story, and that's because we are all gentlemen of the press, and when we see something in this regard, it should bother us. In Akwa Ibom government evicted Channels TV journalist from the government house. Akwa Ibom state government has evicted Channels TV crew, a journalist and a cameraman from the press center inside the government house Uyo over the publication of a video clip in which the governor, Umo Eno, finally confirmed his defecting from the PDP to the All Progressives Congress APC. The Thursday event at the government house was to review the status of the administration's numerous projects, but Eno seized the opportunity to speak on his planned defection. He told his cabinet members to prepare their resignation letters if they were unwilling to defect with him to the APC. We want our commissioners and members of ESCO's appointees and those of you who are saying that you would not come, you are free absolutely not to join me, but you won't be in the State Executive Council. Prepare to resign the day I announce that I am moving, because you are not an appointee and your loyalty is fully to me. You can't be in my cabinet and play anti-party. It is what it is, the governor said. The governor's defection is set to be scheduled for the first week of June. All right. Channels TV then, aired that on Friday, the video clips of Mr. Eno's remark, which sources said have embarrassed the governor. Sources told Premium Times that immediately after the Thursday meeting, Governor Eno's spokesperson assembled reporters in the government house, the press corps, including those from Channels Television, and warned them against making the video of the governor's remark. On Saturday morning, Udo called the Channels TV crew and informed them that the governor has barred them from the press center. One of the sources told the reporter the governor was so furious he wanted to sack Udo and disband the entire press corps. The source then added Christopher Moffat has been the Channels TV correspondent at the government house for you for over 10 years, and Kufri is a station's cameraman, in the government house. Chukwemeka, let me get your view. I mean, knowing that you have been in this situation before.
Yes, you know why I'm laughing?
All right.
The governor said that he was embarrassed. It is the governor that is an embarrassment to democracy. You understand? The man is a complete embarrassment to democracy. And the governor said that if you don't join me in the new party, you are playing anti-party. The governor himself is an architect of anti-party activities. Who elected him? Under what platform did he become a governor? PDP. Section 68 of our constitution, without ambiguity, states that when you leave your party, through which you came to power, you will likely, and you jump to another party, you will lose that position. But are we obeying it? We are not obeying it because they have destroyed whatever that is left of democracy in our country. I want to take you back, Ayo. You may not be, you may be 1979. During the MPN and Joseph Wayas was the Senate president of this country. And Aton Zeribe left MPP to go to MPN. He told him that you must vacate. You cannot still be in that party. You will lose your position if you move from NPP to NPN. Joseph Wayas is late. Go and check history. What are we doing today? Somebody will move from one party or to the other. He still retain everything that has brought into power. It's not done. This is not democracy. We have destroyed what is democracy, just like we destroyed what is federalism. We destroyed it. So Eno does not know what he's saying. If you have moved, if you came to power on PDP platform and you are jumping to APC, you are the one that is destroying the party. You are even the one that should be accused of anti-party activities, and not people that not your commissioners. You say their loyalty is to you. That's a fallacy. That's why we are in a rot. The loyalty should be to the state. You are not the state. Eno is not the state. That's why we are messing up the whole situation. In every Senate climb, loyalty is to the state and not to the president even. That's why people will say, I defend the state, not the president. Because the president will come and go, the state remains. But that's why Africa is reeling in poverty and misgovernance. Because loyalty is always to the people. Small gods, small men who like to play God. Loyalty should be to the state. That's why in America, in a Senate climb, when you do something, they remove you because you can be removed. Loyalty should be to the state and not to an individual. Imagine what the man said. Your loyalty should be to me. If I'm moving and you are not moving with me, you resign. Who is he? Is he bigger than Nigeria? Loyalty should be. Let me give you an example. When Hussein Mubarak was the president of Egypt, during that Arab Spring, and so many things were going on in the Arab world, do you know this man gave order that the soldiers should shoot at the civilians? They told him point blank, our loyalty is to the state of Egypt. They didn't obey him. And that was why Mubarak was removed. And that's why till today, Egyptians see their soldiers as their protector. Do we see our soldiers as our protector in Nigeria? No, because their loyalty is to the president. The loyalty of the police is to the president, not to Nigerians. And it should be to Nigerians because you are being paid with the taxpayers' money. The president is paying you with the taxpayers' money, not his own money. But that is where there's an aberration in whatever we do, we call democracy here. There's no governance in Nigeria. There's no governance. Most African countries, that's why we are poor and wretched, because there's a correlation between good governance and economic prosperity. Where there's no good governance, there cannot be economic prosperity.
Let's get back to this story. The eviction of the Channel Civic Crew is coming about 4 days after the station's CEO John Momo visited Governor Eno at the government house during the just concluded Nigerian Institute of Public Relations Week in Uyo. Although the general manager of the station, Ambrose Okon, told reporters on Saturday afternoon that he was not aware of the eviction of the reporter and cameraman at the time. But this story is all over, the internet. On the Guardian this morning, if you check page 8, IPI flares Eno for removing Channel Civic Crew from Akwa Ibom, and different, groups have also been coming out to speak up. But let's talk about the controlled, the controlled press that we may be seeing. The role of the press is, we're standing in between to ensure that what is going on in governance, and of course the people they are not blind or deaf to that information. But when it gets to, it's highly censored, highly controlled. The governor says something and you cannot put it out there because it is totally controlled. What's the goal? To put people in darkness? I want us to look at that controlled press.
I'm coming to it.
We might be seeing.
This administration, the press has not really fared well. The press has not really fared well. Look, we are the fourth estate of the realm. When it comes to democracy, you cannot do with free press. There must be free press. If there's no free press, you have dictatorship. If you want to gag the press, look, why is it that when they want to come to power, they look for the press? But when you get into power, you don't want the same press to publish your activities, whether good or bad. Because if what you are doing is good, the press will report it. If what you are doing is bad, the press will. Why is it that when they sing your praises, you praise them? But when they look at the other side of what you are doing, you gag them. That's no way. That's no democracy. Democracy thrives where there's free press, freedom of expression, especially when it is within the ambits of the law. I don't think Channel Television has violated anything. Who is the governor of Akwa Ibom, for goodness sake? You say you throw them out because look, if they blackmail, if they blacklist him, if the press should blacklist him, all his activities will not get to the people. They keep him out of the news. They have the power to keep him out of the news, and let them try it, and let me see whether he will not go on his knees asking the press to come back. It's because he's there. People are writing about him. That's why he's flexing his muscle around. If they blacklist him and say, okay, from today, no press will report anything concerning Akwa Ibom, the man will be in the dark, and he will understand the importance of free press. There must be free press in order for democracy to thrive. When you gag them, you say don't report this. The essence of press freedom is that it is the duty of the government to keep things secret, and it is the duty of the press to unravel that secret and make it known to the people. That is where there's governance. Because without checks and balances, these little men that see themselves, look, governorship is just how many years? 4 years. You're not a monarch. A monarch can stay there until death kills him. But you are a governor. Just how many years? You go. You become an ordinary citizen. All the things you have done will be in the public domain. So there's no way Eno will get out of this. Let them blacklist him and let him see the importance of having press around him. It's just because they have not come. If the press should come together and blacklist him, he will run around and beg them to come back. He said they embarrass. You are the one that is embarrassing democracy.
All right, that's another big story. That's another big story in Nigeria this morning. It's on the Premium Times. It's all over the place. It's all over the place this morning. Let's start this conversation before we take a break this morning. PDP boys as Makinde Wiki battle for control. The growing conflict between the factions loyal to the Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and the former River State Governor Nyesom Wike has intensified the crisis within the PDP, threatening the planned 99th National Executive Committee meeting scheduled for the 27th of May. In a statement released on Sunday, Wike announced his withdrawal from the reconciliation effort, blaming Oyo State Governor Seyi Makinde and Enugu State Governor Peter Amba for the crisis within the PDP. Anonymous sources within the PDP National Working Committee told The Punch that due to the ongoing crisis and the threat to the NEC meeting, the board's Board of Trustees called for a meeting on Monday in Abuja. Multiple sources disclosed that this recognition or recognizing the potential harm a postponement could cause to the party's future. The reconciliation panel, led by the former Senate President Bukola Saraki, held an emergency meeting with key stakeholders on Sunday night. It's a long read here, Chukwuemeka, and obviously it's not the best of time for the People's Democratic Party, defection from their party into the APC, and of course the tension around even in the party and the internal politics seem to be on the rise. Yes, from Wike and Governor Seyi Makinde when it comes to the PDP, and then of course their vocal nature towards the last presidential election in Nigeria cannot be overruled. But right now, Wike is blaming Governor Seyi Makinde and so on and so forth going on in the PDP right now. Let me get your reaction here. When I saw the story, Wike Makinde battle for control.
No, they say the party is gone. But let me tell you something, and that's why those who are serious within the party are looking for another platform. You can't have the likes of Wike in PDP and expect peace and expect things to work out well. You understand? You can't be running with the hare and be hunting with the fox at the same time. What actually is the role of Wike in PDP? Yes, PDP has its own problem, but that's why most of them are looking for another platform, because you see this problem will continue till 2027. Let's mark it, because
let's take our first call, Chukwuemeka. Okay. Let's take our first call. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, you are in. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right, please do call us back. Sorry for that.
So there is no way that party will have a new lease of life as far as the likes of Wike are still there. Remember that Wike and the Makinde used to be together.
Yes, okay. Let's take it. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Good morning, Miriam from Adejai. Oh, we lost that call, Miriam. Please do call us back. Again, 0916-893-1000, 0916-893-2000, and 0915-333-4893. We apologize for that, Miriam. Please do call us back.
So everything is just orchestrated to weaken the party so that there will be no opposition.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning, Sharif from Manara. Good morning to you, Sharif.
When I saw this news yesterday night, I'm just laughing, because not that Wike is now Wike Makinde. To me, Wike always blames someone for going against a suggestion. They mean that they have agreement. Everything is about agreement. But what I know is that silence is best answer for if you are not a governor here, you not giving response. I want to ask Saraki and others, it is time for them to review the party. Maybe the best solution is that they should expect Wike, because you might see something from a year Beckham and Baker. It's like it's wasting their efforts in futility if it's not taken. That's my own submission.
Thank you so much, Sheriff. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning to you. All right, we lost that call. Please do call us back.
As far as Wike is still in PDP, he's not going to have a new lease of life. You know.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Good morning, Ruth.
Yes, sir. So this crisis going on in PDP is so obvious. Mr. Wike is not ready to allow this party to take over the mandate from 2027. Because for him to come out and tell Nigerians and Governor Seyi Makinde is the problem of PDP, it's just a game of politics as usual. So which I believe this is just for his selfish interest towards maintaining his position in APC. So I believe the Nigerians are wiser now and should vote for personality and not political party. God bless Nigeria. Good morning, sir.
Amen. God bless Nigeria. Thank you.
That was where I was
so
going to.
Ruth. Yeah.
That what is going on in PDP, it should not bother Nigerians.
Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Good morning to you. Your name and where you're calling us from. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. All right.
You know, what is happening in this party should not bother Nigerians, because this election is going to be about individuals. People, who are we going to vote for? Who will Nigerians vote for? Not parties. You know, and the way things are going right now, because I don't understand why Wike should be in PDP. He has not finished with the one with Fubara. He has not doubled into PDP. After PDP, now he will go to another one. So it's just a game to make sure that there is no landing space for opposition. And not knowing that Nigerians are going to vote for individuals. Yes, this election is not about party. It's about individuals and what the individual has done. But this thing we are doing right now.
Let's see if we can get this call in, Chukwemeka. Hello, good morning. All right, that line fair. You know what, Chukwemeka, I want you to hold your thought for a moment. Let's take a break. When we come back after the break, we tidy up the phone lines. And, of course, we take more calls and we continue the conversation. It is You Perspectives Unlimited on Wells Radio 89.3 FM. To stay with us.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on these websites: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903-936-8185. Call Toby on 0803-509-3394. Yomi on 0706-616-5053. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
Hey there! Want to stay connected to your favorite radio station? Follow us on social media for the latest updates, entertaining wholesome content, and behind-the-scene peaks. We're on Instagram at Wells Radio 893, Facebook Wells Radio 893 FM fan page, X Wells Radio 893. Follow our WhatsApp channel Wells Radio 89.3 FM. Get a scoop on upcoming shows, giveaways, and events. Also get to interact with your favorite presenters and share your thoughts on our posts and stories. Join the conversation and stay tuned into Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
Wells Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, you're welcome back to the show. Hello, good morning to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please speak up your name and where you're calling us from.
This is Miriam from Whatever.
Good morning, Miriam. Sorry, we've been missing your call on this line. Thank you, Miriam, for standing by. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Yes.
As regards the statement accredited from Minister Wiki, clearly it has shown that he's working against the party. And to me, I think this man is a virus. But I want to urge everybody to please, when election is.
Oh, we lost that call, Miriam. Sorry about that. Please do call us back. Do call us back. The growing conflict between the factions loyal to Governor Seyi Makinde and the former River State governor has intensified a crisis between the PDP, threatening the planned 99th National Executive Council meeting scheduled for the 27th of May. In a statement released on Sunday, Wike announced his withdrawal from the reconciliation effort, blaming Seyi Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, right there. G5 governors, Wike, Seyi Makinde, and others. What do you think? Where's this friction? I know it's politics, but it's more internal than, of course. But where do you think this friction is coming from? And question of should Wike even still be in the PDP is also another question on the table. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. Please turn down the volume of your
Hello.
radio set. Good morning, we can hear
Good
you.
morning.
Go ahead. Yes.
This is Aderonke from
All right,
So
Aderonke, good morning.
concerning Wike has nothing to offer. Wike has nothing. He's not over the party because the planning. He's just planning to use PDP and dump the party. Just take a look at it. Just take a look at the statement he's making that the governor betrayed him. What about him? Why can't he work for his own party during 2023 election? So PDP, they need to get their house in order. That's my own take.
Thank you so much, Aderonke. If Wike wants to use the PDP, I mean, the G5 governors, is this just about Wike or all of the G5 governors?
No, listen, Wike is of a nuisance value, to every political calculation. He has nothing to offer PDP. He has nothing to offer River State. Look at what is going on in River State. That was his handwork. And he's actually performing the role very well, assigned to him. And we are not going to see the end of this until 2027. My worry is not about what he's doing. My worry is that governance has been suspended in Nigeria. Where APC is behaving as if it's in a panic mood. The party is in a panic mood. That is why all these things we are having, I keep asking, is there no timetable again for politicking? Because we are not supposed to be doing these things at this time. When 2027 is still how many years away? And we are already behaving as if we are going to election, we are going to cast our vote next month. That's not the way it should be. We have a lot of things to do. This administration must face governance for goodness sake. Nigerians are yearning for good governance, service delivery. Not about 2027, but all are obsessed with 2027. Because that's why we are reading about all these things. It's a prelude to 2027, and this is not what should be. I don't think INEC is still in charge because there should be sanctions. We are not in the period of politicking. If you're in the period of we'll be having if there are moves, it should be underground. It's not something that they should splash. But here, defection from this party, defection from this party, as if we are going to the poll next month. And in all of this, the people suffer. That's where the people are at the receiving end of all this nonsense. Because nothing is going on again. Eno is saying, you misquoted me, I'm the campaign. If you're not the campaign with me, your loyalty should be with me. Or this is all rubbish.
Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, Mr. George from Ologweru.
Yeah.
Good morning.
George from Ologweru.
Yes, good morning to you.
You see, all this issue of Wike and people, the campaign and PDP and Makinde. You see, Makinde, to some extent, has realized the error he made following Wike in the first place during the presidential election. Now he's trying to organize himself to see what he can do, and Wike is still trying to pull him down. Everybody should know that Wike is no more in PDP. He just wants to destroy the party. He's going to destroy the party. And all these things is championed by just one person. Don't we have laws again in this country? Don't we have regulations to elections? These are the issues that the masses should talk about. Let's tell them that there's timing for everything concerning election. We can't continue from now to be discussing all parties must come down to APC. and then what they call it, every president is declaring the president as the sole candidate for election next year, which means he said that there's no election again, that we have already gotten a new president from 2027 down to 2031, I mean, which year? Is that how government is run? Is that how powerful Tinubu and APC is? Don't the people have right to fight this type of wrongdoing that is happening in our country? Very soon they will tell us we must not go out tomorrow. Then everybody will remain in his house. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
There is something
Mr.
I want to
George.
add
Thank
here,
you.
Ayo. When you say that...
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Good morning to
Good
you.
morning.
Yes, Sheriff.
Sheriff calling.
Welcome back. Yes.
The annex that we have today is like, don't forget, the annex chairman was appointed by Mr. President as well. So, like what the analyst said, we don't have any opposition party. We Nigerians, we are the one that we stand as opposition. And the best way for us in 2027, we should put on, based on reputation, goodwill, and character. Even we should check their integrity, because integrity really speaks volume. Not only that, that's their competency as well. But I know one day God will deliver Nigerian for those politicians that they are not ready to make country to a prosperity. That's my own submission.
Thank you, Sheriff.
There is
Thank you
something
so
I want to say here, Ayo. When you say that when these things are going on, if I'm in the shoes of Tinubu, I have to rebuke a lot of people. He has been accredited with being politically sagacious, but he's not. Political sagacity, if you are an astute politician, it must translate into good governance. It must translate into economic prosperity. It must translate into securing the space called Nigeria. It must translate into making sure that the social contract between the government and the citizens are kept. Tinubu has no political sagacity at all. Go and read this book, From Third World to First, by Lee Kuan Yew. You will see political sagacity in action. A man who came and turned Singapore around. Tinubu is not turning Nigeria around. It's all about power. If a lot has been accredited to him that that you look at it, you say, because if you are truly an astute politician and you know exactly what, and you are living in that image of what they describe you to be, you should make sure, because they are destroying your administration. This thing that Wike is doing is destroying this administration. He doesn't seem to understand that this man is actually causing a lot of upheavals every corner. And you say you have political sagacity. Where is it? It has not gone to play in the governance of this country. If you have that sagacity, as I claimed, it should translate into so many things that people will look at and say, yes, somebody is in charge. But now it appears that Wike is even the one that is running the country. Because every corner you turn, you hear about Wike. Everything that is going wrong, Wike is involved. Why? And you are governor, and we have suspended governance. You are not looking at the welfare of the people. You are not looking at service delivery. Where then is your political sagacity? I don't believe in it.
0916-893-1000, 0916-893-2000, or 0915-333-4893. Join the conversation this morning and let us talk. Also remember that you can be a part of this on our Facebook page, Wells Radio 893 FM fan page. You can watch and also drop your comment for us right there. Remember, Mr. Wike, who led the G5 governors, said to tackle the crisis, he and other members of the group held a meeting in Lagos State. Mr. Makinde was also a member of the G5, a group of the PDP governor aggrieved with the party's 2023 presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, and then the party's national chairman, Iyo Chahayu, at the time. Just like one of the callers said, that Wike wants to use the PDP. And my question is this Wike using the PDP or backtracking to the G5?
There is something
all of them using the PDP.
There's something I want them to... Makinde and Peter Mband, they should ignore him. You understand?
Hello, good morning. All right, we lost that call.
They should ignore him completely. They should not keep him.
They should not keep him. They were both on the G5.
They can ignore him. They can, because he has turned his back on the party. They should ignore him completely.
Didn't they all turn their back at the party in the last election?
But wait, they are trying to. Okay,
let's take this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay. This is Benga Mario calling from Apata.
Oh, Mr. Benga. Good
now,
morning.
I want to appreciate Mr. AY this morning. He's a seasoned journalist, an epitome of success, an icon who is making us to know what is happening in the corridors of the country. May God bless and keep AY in Jesus' name.
Thank you. Go ahead, Mr. Benga.
Now, on the issue of VK trying to play a blame game on Sheyi Makinde, you know what transpires between him and Fubara, and VK and Fubara. You and I know how as things unfold, even as we speak up to now. And now we know what the G5 governors, you know what they did when in the last election. When things was good for them, nobody was being blamed then. When things were rising between VK and G5 governors, nothing happened then. And you know, VK kept on blaming people, kept on blaming each politicians. And one thing PDP should know is that if they should tell VK, show VK the way out of PDP, like somebody said, heaven will not fall. VK can never come to PDP again. VK is the gunner as PDP is concerned. So, hello?
Yes. Go ahead, Mr. Benga. We can hear you.
Yeah. VK is a gunner as PDP is concerned. So I think it's high time that PDP should know that they can do without VK. They can make things happen without VK. And I think it's high time they show him the way out, because it cannot be eating your cake and keep on having it. VK is neither here nor there. So, and I think don't forget that he has thrown his weight behind President Bola Ahmed Tinubu when they had their MWC meeting last week. So, to me, VK is the gunner, and we should not treat, people should not take what VK said. They not take him serious, because VK is a backbiter. VK is someone that we cannot really trust. He's a politician, and he's somebody, I don't want to give him name. Let me just leave it at that. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.
Thank you so much, Benga Bairo. Thank you so much for your call. Chukwemeka, let's go to there's this story on the Nigerian Tribune this morning, still about the PDP. Tension flare at Abuja coalition talks as Jigawa delegates disrupt proceedings in the state. A strategic meeting involving several high-profile political figures, including the former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Peter Obi of the Labour. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Wells. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hello.
Yes. Good morning to you, sir. We can hear you. Your
Hello,
name?
good morning. Wells FM.
Good morning. Your name, sir, where you are calling from?
Hello.
Hello, good morning. We can hear you, sir. Oh, we lost that call. Please call us back. A high-profile political figure meeting, including where we, of course, in attendance, the former Vice President Alhaji Atiku Abubakar and Mr. Peter Obi, the former governor of Anambra, said, "Hello, good morning."
Hello,
good morning. We can hear you.
Hello,
we can hear you. We can hear you. Good morning. Hello, good morning. Oh my! Please do call us back or use the alternative number 0915 3334 893. Please use 0915 3334. That's 3334 893. Once again, 0915 3334 893. And in attendance at the meeting, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, Mr. Peter Obi, and the former River State Governor Rotimi Amechi, was at the meeting, and it was disrupted on Sunday after a dispute broke out over state representation among delegates from Jigawa State. Hello, good morning. All right. The network on this line. The meeting held at the Abuja Continental Hotel was convened by the National Political Conservative Group, North, as part of the ongoing effort to forge a united political front ahead of the 2027 general election. The platform has attracted attention from its attempt to bring together diverse opposition voices in response to the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Yes, good morning. Hello, good morning. We can hear you loud and clear. Oh my, we can hear you loud and clear. Please use the other number 0915 333 893. Chukwemeka, just like you mentioned, it's as though 2027 is next month, and we're seeing meetings here and there. Just from this last sentence, bring together diverse opposition voices in response to the ruling APC. And Nigerians would love to hear we are forming a coalition for the emancipation of the people, to eradicate poverty and all of that. But in response to the defections we're seeing,
Yes, you see.
and of course, there was a major disruption. Footages and videos are all over the internet right now.
You see,
from that meeting.
Ayo, it is the defections that triggered off this avalanche that we are seeing all over the place on the political landscape. If there were no defections, you can't see these gatherings, these groupings here and there. That's why I said that the president has really, the party has really thrown overboard what governance is all about. Now we are talking about election when we are still in 2025. And let me tell you, it's not going to be as usual, whereby, because it is going to be the people, if you want this, if you want that. I think the president should focus mainly on making life livable for Nigerians. Because if you go to if everything has a scorecard, what should be the scorecard of this administration? What will you bring to the table and tell the people? Because when you were saying something, if you want to, in my place, there is an adage that if you are preparing yam porridge and it becomes very sweet, people will advise you to add more yams because it is already sweet. You understand? Look, the president should be concerned about service delivery. Nigerians, how are they faring? Because all the economic jargons we are hearing, IMF, this and that, they say, look at the life of the people. The people are, because they are the yardstick to measure any economic policy. If the policy has succeeded on paper and it has failed by looking at when you look at the people, there's no success. If a man is claiming to be rich and the children are looking wretched and haggard, how do we know you are rich? Everything must translate. That's why I keep saying, translate to good governance, translate to securing our space. Insecurity is still all over the place. We are still throwing money here and there into insecurity, and there is no concerted effort. Even if there is one, it is not yielding results because people are still being kidnapped. This morning we heard that a Catholic priest was shot.
That's true. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Yes, good morning to you, sir.
Hello.
Hello, we can hear you loud and clear. We can actually hear you. Maybe I put out that number again for that caller so we can have your perspective this morning because we would like to hear it. 0915 333 893. Please use this number and I'll call that again so you can quickly dial or write it down. 0915 3334. That's 333 893. 0915 3334 893. That line is clear, and I believe that if you use that, we can then speak up.
So it is not all about power. You see, politics in Nigeria should not be about position. It should not be about power. It should not be about possession. It should not be about plunder. It should not be about popularity. It should not be about pleasure. It's about service. Because you went to the people and said, I will do this for you. That's why now, what you say you will do for the people are still expecting. You should see these defections as even a distraction. I'm even believing that these defections are distracting the president. Yes, it's a distraction because this is not the time for all these things. Even if they are doing it, this is not the time. Because as it is now, all eyes are on people who are defecting from one place to the other. There's nobody is talking again about, look at what a budget told us last week. 11,000 dubious projects were inserted into the budget of 2025, amounting to 6.9 trillion. Nobody's talking about that one because all we are talking about now is who is going to which party, who is threatening people. If you don't go with me, you resign. What is all this for? This thing should not start by now. They should wait and let us know how to fix the economy. Let us come out of this hardship that Nigerians are going through. Let us know actually how much are we buying fuel all across board. But we are not looking at it. All we are talking about defection. One governor threatening people. This one gathering in Abuja, holding meeting. What is it for? Nigerians are the losers because we have been distracted. They are adding more pressure on the people. We are the losers because if there is quietness around, at least the president himself, people will see what he's doing. But now people are no longer looking at insecurity is there. We are battling with so many things. We are battling with defections. We are battling with insecurity. We are battling with high cost of living. We are battling with the power outage. We have so many things at the same time. And yet, 2027 is still far away.
The question of whether 2027 is too far away or not, we're going to look at that. But Chukwemeka, let's take this quick break. We'll be right back in a moment. Stay with us.
The reports we get from even the World Bank, the IMF, talking about the fact that Nigeria has moved from B- to B. That is IMF giving you rating. And the fact that you have been able to improve the economy, there's good, despite the world's recession. All the things we are saying now, the stability of the country. A senator confided in me that now in his community he can sleep with 3 eyes closed, and that in the last 5 years he had not visited his community because of insecurity. So despite the sporadic terrorist attacks here and there by your enemies and our enemies and enemies of Nigeria, you have done very well. You have done an excellent job well. I want to move, and let it be moved, that not only will President Bola Ahmed Tinubu be a sole candidate for the presidency in 2027, but he will also be a sole candidate for the whole Nigerian population, because all our political parties have been torn into shreds. I went to my state and I saw the umbrella, the PDP, it has over 100 holes. And so very soon you will hear, I'm not the one to break the news, but I know the national chairman has already broken the news, that everything in the South-South has collapsed for you. And that is the same thing that is happening in the nation. Nigerians are saying that because you have done a difficult job well, that it is time for us to reward you by sending you back to the presidency for a second term in office. I move, therefore, as the Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, that Mr. President return, one, as a candidate of the APC unopposed, and secondly, as the next president for a second term come 2027. I so move. Listen to that voice. That's the voice of the Senate President. I so move.
Chukwemeka, is 2027 still far away?
That is Akpabio talking there.
Yeah, that's Akpabio.
You don't blame Akpabio, you blame the system.
But it's 2027 still far away. From the APC Congress, they had the PDP. Everybody's talking about 2027. You said it's as though 2027 is next month.
Because
they're making it seem like it's tomorrow.
They don't have anything to tell Nigerians. Nothing to tell Nigerians. That's why Akpabio said he's sleeping with 3 eyes closed. That must be a monster. Having 3 eyes. You understand? That must be a monster. Do you have 3 eyes? But he claims to be happy. That's what to tell you, that when they are high in power is opium. It's very toxic. Akpabio is completely carried away. That's why he said he can sleep with 3 eyes open.
He said a senator confided in him.
He can sleep with 3 eyes open. That goes to show you that these people are totally disconnected from reality. They are in a trance. You understand? They are not living here. They become extraterrestrial beings on the wings of politics. You understand? He doesn't know what he's saying. It is 2027 come, Nigerians will decide who will be their president. You understand? So he has now become the IMF. IMF they have told him that the economy has improved. Let him go to the street of Akwa Ibom and say this thing. Let him come down to the street. Nuhu Ribadu said, "What is it? Security has improved. Let them drive him from Abuja to his own state. Let them drive him. Not even in the night, during broad daylight. Let him not take flight. That is the test, whether there's security or not. These people are high on the opium of politics, so they can see anything."
Chukwemeka, finally, in a sentence or two, 21,082 candidates absent as 99%, score below 200 in the scheduled UTME JAMB exam. 21,082
absent.
Yes,
they may not even know that, because this thing is so much. There's a lot of confusion. Some of them may not even know that they are doing receipt. Some of them may not know,
because the announcement was very close.
Very close. Some of them may not know. It's unfortunate that JAMB has taken the role of INEC, inconclusive as election, inconclusive exam. You understand what I'm saying? Many students, these people that were absent may not know, because a lot of students I interviewed, many of them don't even follow up again. They didn't open the portal. I don't think it has been opened. So they don't get any correspondence to that effect. That's why 21,000 of them are absent. Does it mean that they are protesting? No. There is a gap. There's a bridge in communication between them and the JAMB.
Unfortunately, they pick up the form again next year and they pay again.
And the JAMB will be remitting. Yeah, we make more money. That's why I said it's another oil well for the federal government.
Thank you so much, Chukwemeka.
May God save Nigeria.
God bless Nigeria. Thank you so much. Good morning to you or your state. There's a lot going on. But you know what? It is well. Just take it one step at a time. If you look at the political scene, you can choose your words, but when you're picking the words, let's choose the one that is able to make our nation, whether in our hearts or in with our mouths, not one that can break Nigeria. So I choose to say this morning, God bless Nigeria. Irrespective of what we see, God truly bless Nigeria. My name is Ayo Emmanuel-Ojo. Good morning.